I told myself a while ago I wasn't going to do too many of the serious like top 10 list type of stuff, but really, when was the last time I truly kept one of my promises? So as a result, I'm doing another top 10. Ever since the official announcement of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I've seen a lot of videos going around in my recommended feed of lists of characters that people want to be in the game. It's just a fun list to make and stuff, but people watch it. And I've done a list like this before, very early in Smash 4's release, like right around when DLC was announced. But this time I'm going to be doing the same thing, but this time I've actually drastically changed my list for the new game, unlike some of my other redone lists. Literally, I made this video for views and like 2 characters changed. Who knows, maybe in this list one of my characters will actually happen. Keep in mind, this time I'm going solely off of my opinion, so I'm going off with who I want and without any possible reasoning, and most of these characters really are not that likely. Also, this list is not at all in order. I just really can't be tasked to do that. I'm way too lazy. So without further ado, here is the list-daroo. This character is first because it's the most obvious one, because it comes to my head first, but it's Paper Mario. And you know, I also figured that I should go over the characters whom I've stayed faithful with first in the original list to just get them over with, because it's not as fun if you already know what it is, unless none of you guys watched that video, which would make sense, because that was a long time ago. And it was not good. Paper Mario really should be of absolutely no surprise to any single person who's ever watched any of my videos. Paper Mario is literally my life. It's my favorite franchise. I have so much nostalgia from it, and I've played and beaten it probably over 10 times at least, and I just did a playthrough of it like 2 days ago. So not much needs to be said about this character. I do have ideas of the character and like what his moveset might be, but I kind of feel like due to the new games, if he's added, he may get his moveset based off more of Color Splash and Sticker Star. And although I despise those games, that would definitely make me mad, but I'd still use him because he's still Paper Mario, and I love Paper Mario. I just hope they stay a little faithful to the original games. As time progresses, this kind of seems less and less likely due to them adding another Metroid rep in Ridley, and he never really was all that likely in the first place. Like, let's be honest, literally no one knows him, but he's cool. Like, cool gun, cool colors, cool armor, just a cool man. I want it. That'd be cool. This is the last of my characters returning from my original list. Between Paper Mario and Ray, these are my 2 most wanted characters of all time and have always been that way. Custom Robo was this hidden gem game I bought when I was a little kid, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Just like Paper Mario, I can remember so many nostalgic moments from the game. I chose Ray because he's pretty much the most iconic character in the game, which isn't really saying much because there's no specific iconic character, but he's kind of like the main character, the mascot, because he's on the front cover and all that, so that's why I chose this character. But I'd be cool with literally any of the Robos in the game. This character has just way too much potential for a moveset. He looks so cool and would be so unique. I'd also love for more Nintendo fans to be introduced to this franchise, because I would be the happiest person ever to see this game get revived and maybe be brought back to the Switch or a future console. There's no better place to start a potential reboot than on a Smash Bros. Game. This is the only character on the list that I haven't actually played her games, which kind of makes sense because why would I put a character I want on a list when I have no idea who they are? I'm honestly not going to give any input on this character since I don't know much of her. I just want her because she's dope. She's got a dope look. She is dope. And, dope. Honestly, Popplio is probably my favorite Pokemon to come out of the new games since the Diamond and Pearl generation. Other than this one, I don't remember his name right now, but this one's cool. I have absolutely no reasoning for this wish other than because Popplio is my adorable little seal boy. Despite this, I would also be equally as hype about Decidueye, and I can see a much more reasonable and awesome moveset for that character, because Decidueye has a bunch of dark moves. He could use a bow, he could just have a bunch of different unique characteristics, and Popplio is just kind of a basic first of the evolution water type in the trio, and he may end up having too many similarities to Squirtle, so it would be kind of hard, because there's not many moves to choose from in the first evolution, so you kind of have the repeated like water gun, bubble type stuff, so it would be very generic and similar to Squirtle. But this is my list, so I chose Poppy Boy, okay? Yeah, my name for this one probably just says a Breath of the Wild character. I don't know. And the reason why I did that for the title is because I really don't know for this one. It's kind of tough. I played through Breath of the Wild a while ago, and I absolutely loved it. And ever since then, I decided we kind of need some kind of rep from the game, because it was a really big game of the year. It makes sense. And obviously, I think they should choose between like some of the most important characters. So I chose between the 4 that kind of built the story in the game. But I just really couldn't choose between all 4 of them, because if they made any of these 4 a character, they would all satisfy me. But I will narrow it down to two favorites, as I kind of would be less satisfied. I would be less satisfied if Daruk or Rivali were the choices. Rivali literally looks like Falco, so I'm just not gonna want him. So I'd personally prefer Mipha, I think, or Urbosa, because they both look very unique, and I know they'd have unique movesets, especially Mipha, but especially her, since you could utilize her trident and fancy stuff, and she's a shark. She's a shark, dude. She's a shark. So, remember when I said this was solely opinion-based? Yeah. I know this won't happen, but I also know there should be a Xenoblade 2 rep at some point in the roster, and obviously the reasonable choice is Rex, but I've really never liked him. Maybe it's because of his obnoxious voice and voice acting, but I just couldn't get behind it. I don't know what it was. However, I freaking love Morag, and I love her whole look. I love her weapons. Her weapons would be great. Dual-wielding, like, stabby boys, that'd be great. And I think she'd be an awesome addition to the roster. I'll absolutely settle with the most reasonable character and most important piece of the game, Rex. But again, it's my list, so I make the choices! Yeah. Honestly, I wish I could say I was drunk or high when I thought of this, but I wasn't. So I was playing through Mario Tennis Aces for the first time. It was like the day I just bought it, and I was playing through the adventure mode. I saw the story, and I was like, this sucks. Let's put it in Smash Bros. Now hear me out. Pichu is openly stated by Sakurai to be a joke character, kind of like a handicap. This would be absolutely amazing as a joke character, but not a handicap, because I would main this character in an instant. I mean, come on, the racket has magical powers, and Sakurai gave friggin' Villager a moveset. He'll think of something. Just tell me you wouldn't want to play as a floating tennis racket. Look me in my eyes and tell me you wouldn't want to play as one. Back in my original topic of nostalgia, Spyro falls right in the category with Custom Robo and Paper Mario. I remember all the time going to a friend of mine's and just playing Spyro together all the time. That was like literally all we did as kids when we were hanging out. Even as a kid, when I was naive and thought every character could go, I was like, I want Spyro to exist in the universe. But once I started seeing Ryu, Cloud, Pac-Man, Mega Man, characters like that getting into the game, my hopes started to rise. I've always had this in the back of my mind as this being a potential character. And then a leak came out that Spyro Remastered was coming to the Switch. Everything is on the table, and Spyro needs to be in the game. This is everyone's real favorite Purple Dragon. Screw you, Ridley. Go away. You're not a part of this crew. Although I will probably main you, because you're purple and a dragon. Yeah. Oh, you thought I was done with joke characters. Nope. Hat. That's it. That's all. I want Mario's hat for Mario Odyssey. Now, the hats have an actual look and character, like at the beginning of the game where you find your first hat. It's that white Boo looking thing that has like a hat and like the eyes. I don't know. I haven't played that game in a while. It could actually more reasonably be that, like the Boo thing. And I genuinely think it'd be cool and creative. I'm not gonna lie. It really would. No, I'm not crazy. Imagine like one of its moves being like Kirby being able to copy you and steal your stuff or something. Imagine you could just completely warp onto a dude's head, just like right on the dude's head, and then just copy him and literally frickin' duplicate and have a ditto against your opponent or something. Oh, that'd be amazing. I mean, yeah, he could also have a legit moveset, but I would like that to happen as well. Alright, so that's it for this video. There's no reason for me to make this. Normally I make like legitimate videos. I feel like this was like, there's work put. Oh! My mic just fell. Normally I make like legitimate videos, and I do feel like this could be a creative idea. So I'm gonna upload this and be proud of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know how you feel. But either way, that's all it is. I just wanted to make this video, let you guys know my opinions, because everyone else is doing it and nobody asked for it. So why don't I also join in on that party? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Wow.